that cluster of lights jumped out into the river? That's it. That's Bangkok.
Louisa, are you?
Here I am, Mother. Look, there's Bangkok.
Oh, it's exciting, isn't it?
The King of Siam come to meet us.
Oh, the king himself? I don't think so. Kings don't as a rule.
Look, Mother, look at that boat.
That's the royal barge.
Do you suppose that's the king? The man sitting under the gold canopy?
Well, that's the Krala home, sort of prime minister. The king's right-hand man, you could say.
Do you suppose he's coming out to meet us?
No doubt of it. Mom, if I may give you a word of warning. That man has power. He can either use it for you or against you.
Thank you, Captains.
Look, Mother, they're closer. Mother, the Prime Minister is naked.
Oh, please don't say that. That's not nice. He's not naked. He's only half naked.
That looked rather scary, don't they, Mother? Father would not have liked us to be afraid, would he?
No, Louisa, Father would not have liked us to be afraid.
Mother, does anything ever frighten you?
Sometimes
What do you do?
I whistle. Whenever I feel afraid, I hold my head erect and whistle a happy tune, and no one will suspect I'm afraid. While shivering in my shoes, I strike a careless pose and whistle a happy tune, and no one ever knows I'm afraid. The result of this deception is very strange to tell, for when I fool the people I fear, I fool myself as well. I whistle a happy tune, and every single time the happiness in the tune convinces me that I'm not afraid. Make believe you're brave, and the trick will take you far. You may be as brave as you make believe you are. You may be as brave as you make believe you are.
That's a good idea, Mother. A very good idea.
Very good idea, isn't it?
You know, I don't think I shall ever be afraid again.
Good.
Make believe you're brave, and the trick will take you far. You may be as brave as you make believe you are.
You may be as brave as you make believe you are.
Hello, sir. Welcome to Siam.
He called you sir.
Hush, dear, hush.
Sir, His Excellency wishes to know, are you lady who will be schoolmistress of the royal children?
Yes.
Have you friends in Bangkok?
I know no one in Bangkok at all.
Are you married, sir?
I am a widow.
Of what manner of man? Your deceased husband?
Well, my husband was an officer in Her Majesty's army. You tell your master his business with me is under my capacity as school teacher to the royal children. He has no right to pry into my personal affairs.
Ma'am, I don't think I will.
Well, he hasn't, Captain Walton.
I don't like that man.
In foreign country, it's best you like everyone until you leave.
Your Excellency, I had no idea you spoke
It
English.
is not necessary for you to know everything at once. Your boxes are carried to palace later.
No, not to the palace. I'm not staying in the palace.
Who say?
The king says, the king has promised me £20 a month in a house of my own.
King do not always remember everything he promised. If I tell him he break his promise, I will make anger in him. I think it is better I make angering him about larger matters. King very busy now. Cremation of late queen just starting.
Oh, you have just lost your queen. I am so sorry. When did she die?
4 years ago.
Your Excellency, I have come here to work. I must provide for myself and my young daughter. And I will take nothing less than what I have been promised.
You will tell King
I
this?
will tell King this.
It will be very interesting meeting. You come now? You come now or you can stay on boat. I do not care.
If you was to stay aboard my ship,
No, thank you, Captain. Your Excellency, I will go with you.
To the palace?
For the time being. Goodbye, Captain Orton. Thank you very much for everything. Have a good reception.
Bye, Captain.
well,
Well.
I have been meaning to speak to you about English school teacher. She is waiting to see you.
She's in Siam. How long?
2 weeks, 3 weeks. She objects to living in palace. Talks about house, she say you promise her.
I do not recollect such promise.
Madam Leonowens.
You are a school teacher.
Yes. When may I start my work?
You will start when I wish you to start. You are part of general plan for have to frequently decide what is good in Western culture.
Oh, yes. I know, Your Majesty.
How you know?
Well, before I signed our agreement, I found out all I could about Your Majesty's ambitions for Siam.
Ha! This is scientific. You are pleased with your apartments and palace?
They are quite comfortable for the time being. But my daughter and I have found it rather confining, with guards standing at the door not permitting us to leave our quarters.
You can look out the window.
Yes, Your Majesty, we have done so. We've seen New Year celebrations, royal cremation ceremonies, etc., etc., etc.
Etc. What is this etc.?
According to the dictionary, it means and the rest. All the things you have been doing while we've been waiting. The firebird.
Best fireworks I've ever seen at Roanoke. How you like my acrobats?
Splendid, Your Majesty. Best acrobats I ever see at funeral.
Ah, Madam Leonard, Lady Tiong, head wife.
There is a happy land far, far away, where saints and glory stand bright, bright as day. In the beginning, God created the heavens and the earth. Missionary. Oh, well, missionary is what you English? Yes, sir. Missionary.
Lady Tiong, you will help Madam Leonard with the school teaching, and she in turn will help you developing English. She is grateful to me for my kindness.
I see.
Who?
Your Majesty, this is Lung Cha, emissary from court of Burma.
Ah, you are here for copying a famous Bangkok temple. I have give permission.
Your Majesty, the Prince of Burma wishes to present a gift.
My name is Tupton. She is a peasant.
Am I to trust this ruler of Burma? Am I to trust this present they send me? Or is she a spy?
I am not a spy. You are pleased that I speak English? My name is Tupton. You have English books I may read?
Of course I have.
The one I wish to read most is The Small House of Uncle Thomas, written by a woman, Harriet Beecher
A woman has written a book.
Oh, yes, a very wonderful book, Your Majesty. An American book. All about slavery and
Ah, yes. President Lincoln against slavery. Me too. Slavery very bad. I think you shall teach my wife too.
Oh, I shall be most happy to teach your wives, though it was not a part of our agreement. Speaking of our agreement, reminds me of a little matter about my house.
House? House? What is this about house?
I want my house. The house you promised me in our agreement.
You shall live in palace. You teach in palace, you shall live in palace. If you do not live in palace, you do not teach, and you go wherever you please. I do not care. You understand this?
But, your Majesty, is
Silence! You shall stand here to meet the royal children.
very well, Your Majesty.
The royal princes and princesses. Now I say teacher may teach.
But, Your Majesty, there is still a little matter about my house in our agreement.
You teach, 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 teach.
Yes, Your Majesty. Very well then, children, spread out, take your places for class. You all know where you belong.
Oh, ladies and girls, perhaps you shall start today.
Blue is Ocean. Red is Siam. Here is King of Siam. In right hand is weapon. Show how to destroy all who fight him. Green is Burma. Here is King of Burma. No clothes means how poor is King of Burma.
Thank you, Lady Teal. The map you are looking at is an old one. Louisa? Now, this is a new map, just arrived from England. It was a present for us from your king.
Lord of light.
Amanda.
You like us, Miss Donna?
Oh, and I like you very much indeed. It's a very ancient saying, but a true and honest thought, that when you become
A teacher,
by your pupils, you taught.
as a teacher I've been learning, forgive me if I boast, but I've now become an expert on the subject I like most.
Getting to know you.
Getting to know you, getting to know all about you. Getting to like you, getting to hope you like me. Getting to know you, pushing it my way precisely. You are precisely my cup of tea. Getting to know you, getting to feel free and easy. When you're with you, getting to know what to say. Haven't you noticed? Suddenly I'm bright and easy because of all the beautiful and new things I'm learning about you day by day. Getting to know you, getting to know all about you. Getting to like you, getting to hope you like me. Getting to know you, putting it my way, but nicely. You're precisely my cup of tea. Getting to know you, getting to feel free and easy. When I'm with you, getting to know what to say. Haven't you noticed? Suddenly I'm bright and breezy because of all the beautiful and new things I'm learning about you day by day.
Hudson,
We cannot be seen speaking like this. Anyone can come in,
when can we meet?
not alone. Not ever.
If only we could stop pretending. We kiss in a shadow. We hide from the moon. Our meetings of too soon.
We speak in a whisper, afraid to be heard. When people are near, we speak not a word.
Alone in our secrets, together we sigh for one smiling day to be free, to kiss in the sunlight and say to the sky, behold and believe what you see. Behold how my beloved loves me.
What is it?
Someone was here! I had a feeling someone was watching us! Go! Please go! To kiss in the sunlight and say to the sky, behold and believe what you see. Behold how my beloved loves me.
To the long going.
Father, I shall be late.
You wait. Show me what you have learned today.
We wrote this proverb 12 times in our notebook. A thought for a day, east or west. Home is best.
East, west, home best. Home is house.
We are taught that the world is a round ball, which has a stick through the middle. Everyone knows that the world rides on the back of a great turtle, which keeps us from crashing on the stump.
How can it be everyone knows one thing and many people believe another thing?
Then, which is true?
The world is a ball with a stick through it, I believe.
You believe? Does that mean you do not know? But you must know, because you are king.
And someday you too will be king, and you will know everything.
Well, how do I learn? And when will I know that I know everything?
When you are king. Now leave me. When you are king. But I do not know. I am not sure. I am not sure of anything.
When I was a boy, world was better spot. What was so was so. What was not. Now I am a man. World have changed a lot. Some things nearly so. Others nearly not. There are times I almost say I am not sure what I absolutely know. Very often find confusion in conclusion I concluded long ago. In my head are many facts as a student I have studied to but you. In my head are many facts of which I wish I was more certain. I was sure. Is a puzzlement. Oh, sometimes I think that people going mad. Sometimes I think that people not so bad. But no matter what I think, I must go on living life as a leader of my kingdom. I must go be father to my children and husband to each wife, etc., etc., and so forth. If my Lord in heaven Buddha show the way, every day I try to live another day. If my Lord in heaven Buddha show the way, every day I do my best for one more day. But is a puzzlement.
We work and work from week to week at the Royal Bangkok Academy, and English words are all we speak at the Royal Bangkok Academy. If we pay attention to our teacher and obey her every rule, we'll be grateful for those golden years at our dear old school, the Royal Bangkok Academy, our dear old school. Oh, good morning, children. Over the past few months, you each have demonstrated wonderful progress on your studies. I'm very proud of you all. Now, let's review yesterday's geography lesson, shall we? Are there any questions?
What is that green up there?
Oh, that is Norway. Norway.
Norway.
Now, Norway is a very cold place, you see. Sometimes it is so cold, the lakes and the rivers freeze over, and the water becomes so hard, you walk on it.
Walk on water?
Yes, walk on water.
How possible? Hard water?
Not only is the water hard, but it's very slippery. And when people try to walk on it, they slip and they slide. Not only do the lakes and the rivers freeze over, but the raindrops. They are changed on the way down from the sky. They are changed into little white spots that look like lace. This is called snow. Snow?
Spots of lace?
Oh, yes, Your Highness. The raindrops freeze on the way down from the sky.
And the raindrops turn into little stars?
Oh, yes, Your Highness. They sometimes look like little stars. Small and white.
There's not a word of truth in it. I don't believe such a thing as snow. Not that I believe Siam is so big. Other countries are so big.
Siam, biggest country in the world.
What? How can school be so unscientific?
Your Majesty, we had a little bit of a misunderstanding. You see, I tried to explain to them snow, and they refused to believe there was such a thing.
Snow?
Snow?
Ah, yes. From mountaintop,
From sky.
from sky to mountaintop. I have seen pictures of Switzerland, land all white.
Well, that's right, Your Majesty.
Who does not believe this?
Well, after all, they've never seen it before, Your Majesty.
Never seen, if they will only know what they see. Why do we have schoolroom? Rise! Never let me hear not believing school teacher again. Children must learn. Teacher must teach, not waste time instructing children in silly English song, Home Sweet House. To remind me of breaking promises I never made, etc., etc., etc.
Your Majesty, you did promise me a house. A brick house adjoining the royal palace. Those were your words in your letter.
I do not know of any promises. I do not know anything except that you are my servant.
Oh, no, Your Majesty.
What? What? I say you are my servant.
No, Your Majesty, indeed. I am not your servant. And if you do not give me the house that you have promised me, I shall return back to England.
You will say no more.
Well, I will say no more, because I have no more to say. Come, Louisa. No, no,
Help! So big a world. Siam very small. England very small. People very small. No man big enough to be alone. No man big enough. King different. King need no one. No one at all. I think.
Sultan, where is Mrs. Anna?
She's quarreled with the king.
But Mrs. Anna was her only friend.
You cannot be seen talking like this. Anyone can come in.
One day, we will be together. It will be just as I pictured it 1,000,000 times.
Who is it?
We must speak with you, Mrs. Anna.
This hour of the night. One moment, Lady Tion. Come in.
Mrs. Anna, will you go to King?
Has he sent for me?
No, but he would be glad to see. He is deeply wounded, madam.
No spoken to the king as you did today in classroom.
Well, no one has ever behaved to me like Your Majesty did in school.
And there is more distressing. Our agents in Singapore have found letters to British government from certain people whose greedy eyes have been on Siam. They describe King as barbarian and suggest making Siam a protectorate.
Well, that is outrageous. He has many things I do not like, but he is not a barbarian.
So you will help him?
You mean advise him?
Yes, but it must not sound like advice. King cannot take advice, and if you go to him, he will not bring such advice. You must bring it.
I simply cannot go to him without him even asked for me.
He wished to be modern king with Western ideas, but it is hard for him, Mrs. Anna. He could be a great leader, but he needs help. He needs you.
Ladies, please don't think I'm being stubborn, but I cannot go to him. I will not.
Mrs. Anna. This is a man who thinks with his heart. His heart is not always wise. This is a man who stumbles and falls, but this is a man who tries. This is a man you forgive and help and protect as long as you live. He will not always say what you would have him say, but now and then he'll say something
Saxee, will she go to him?
She will go. She knows he needs you. Tell him.
I will tell him she is anxious to come. I will tell him it is she who needs him.
That also will be true. This woman knows many things, but this I think she does not know. She'll always go along, defend him when he's wrong, and tell him when he's strong, he is wonderful. He'll always get along, and so he'll get along. Oh, man who needs love can be wonderful. Your Majesty. Your Majesty. Oh, Your Majesty is reading the Bible.
Ah, Mrs. Sana, I think your Moses shall have been a fool.
Moses.
Moses, Moses, Moses. Here it stands written by him that the whole world was created in 6 days. You know and I know it took many ages to create world. I think he shall have been a fool to have written so. What is your opinion?
Your Majesty, the Bible was not written by men of science, but by men of faith, and it was their explanation of the miracle of creation. And that was the same miracle, whether it took 6 days or many centuries.
You have come to apologize.
I'm sorry, Your Majesty.
Good.
but-
You apologize.
Your Majesty,
I accept.
Your Majesty, nothing that has been said can alter the fact that in my country, anyone who makes
Silence! Tell me about President Lincoln of America. Shall Mr. Lincoln be winning this war he is fighting at present? Does he have enough guns and elephants for transporting same?
I don't think they have elephants in America.
No elephants? Then I shall send them some. Write letter to Mr. Lincoln.
Now,
Now, when else? Now is always very best time.
very well, Your Majesty.
From Mehamangut, by this highest super agency in the world of the whole universe, the King of Siam, sovereign of all tributary countries, adjacent and around every corner, etc., etc., etc. Do you not have any respect for me? Why do you stand over my head? I cannot stand all the time, and in this country, no one's head shall be higher than kings. From now on, you shall conduct yourself like all other subjects.
You mean on the floor? Your Majesty, I'm sorry that my head is above yours, and I will try my best not to have it that high. But I simply cannot grovel on the floor. I couldn't possibly work or think.
You are a very difficult woman. But you shall have care that head shall never be higher than mine. If I shall sit, you shall sit. If I shall kneel, you shall kneel, etc., etc., etc.
Very well, Your Majesty.
Is promise?
Is promise.
To his royal presidency of the United States in America, Abraham Lincoln, etc., you fix up. It has occurred to us. It has occurred to us that It has occurred to us. It has occurred to us that several pairs of young male elephants were turned loose in the forests of America.
Your Majesty, only male elephants?
You put in details. Why is it difficult to discuss important matters with women?
Shall I say good night then, Your Majesty?
Good night.
Your Majesty, when the boat arrived yesterday from Singapore, was there any news from abroad?
News? Yes, there was news. They call me barbarian.
Who?
Certain parties use this as an excuse to steal my country. Suppose you were Queen Victoria and they tell you the King of Siam is barbarian. Do you believe?
Well,
You will. You will believe I am barbarian because there's no one to speak otherwise.
Your Majesty, this is a lie.
This is a false lie.
And what have you decided to do about it?
You guess.
Well, I suppose if someone were bringing a lie about me to England, I would try my best to send the truth to England. Is that what you have decided to do, Your Majesty?
Yes, that is what I've decided to do. But how? You guess.
Well, I suppose when Sir Edward Ramsay, the British diplomat, and his party arrive, you shall give him a fine dinner, and you shall entertain his party in a grand manner. This is the better way of the British. Then you will go back to Queen Victoria and report that you are not a barbarian.
Naturally.
This is the best way to get the better of the British. Stand up to them. Put your best foot forward. Oh, that is just an expression, Your Majesty. It means to make a good impression. Dress everyone in their best clothes.
But shall it be proper for them to put their best bare feet forward? No. Sir Ramsay will go back and tell Queen Victoria that I am barbarian. Ha! We shall dress them up, European fashion.
You mean dress them in dresses?
Why do you not think of this? Come, everybody, rise, etc., etc., etc.
Well, I wonder how much time we shall have.
1 week.
Your Majesty, 1 week? What week?
In this time, the whole world was created. Moses say. Is there any other details I am not thinking of so far?
Well, we must give them a fine dinner.
I was going to.
And we shall give them a play. Tupton has written a version of Uncle Tom's Cabin.
Ha! Theatrical performance. And we shall show them who is barbarian.
Your Majesty, the British, they have arrived.
Now?
Tell them to go back, we are not ready.
Not ready, Your Majesty.
When the visiting English arrive, we shall put them to sleep. And tomorrow we shall send them on sightseeing trip.
Well, we must start this minute.
But first, we shall ask help from Buddha. Bow, bow, bow. Bow. Oh, Buddha, help us prove to the visiting English that we are extraordinary people.
Oh, Buddha, help us prove to the visiting English that we are extraordinary people.
And Buddha, I promise I will give this unworthy woman a house. A house of her own. A brick residence adjoining the palace, according to agreement, etc., etc., etc.
And Buddha, I promise to give this unworthy woman a house of her own, a great residence adjoining the royal palace, according to agreement.
ladies, let's get ready quickly now.
Lady Tiana, what is this costume? This is east and this is west.
I have too much work to do. I cannot move fast in this woman's skirt.
Here are the napkins for the dinner, Lady John, and you can put them on the table.
Yes, thank you. Oh, thank you. Mrs. Anna, shall it be true that Englishmen have hair on their chins like goats?
Some of them do have beards, but they do not look like goats.
I have heard of evil eye. That traps your soul and keeps it forever.
Oh, that is outrageous. The British are just like us. Now, ladies, let me see how you look. Oh, very pretty. Now turn around, get ready for a curtsy.
Mrs. Anna! Shall be trouble now?
I forgot, they practically have no undergarments.
Undergarments? Of what importance are undergarments at this time?
Oh, of great importance, Your Majesty.
Are you wearing undergarments?
Of course I am, Your Majesty.
When a woman has no legs, it's useless to pretend. Wherefore then swollen skirt?
Your Majesty, the circle is symbolic. It is the circle in which a female is protected.
This is necessary. Englishmen are so aggressive I did not know.
Said it was simple.
Is this what you shall wear?
Yes. Do you like it, Your Majesty?
Is this what the other busy ladies shall look like?
Most of them, I think.
You are certain this is customary, etc., etc., etc.?
I am quite certain it is customary. What is so extraordinary about their shoulders, Your Majesty? Why, your own ladies.
Ah, yes, but it's different. They do not wear so many coverings on other parts, and therefore...
Therefore what?
It's different.
I'm sorry, Your Majesty does not approve.
I do not say I do not approve, but I do say...
The British! They're in the palace, Master.
They will eat us. They will eat us.
Ladies, that is outrageous.
Herewith shall be less a subject you shall be governed talk. On such subjects I am very brilliant, and I will make great impression. You will begin with Moses.
Now remember, Your Majesty, Portwright is the editor of the newspapers.
Your Majesty, may I present Sir Edward Ramsay?
Your Majesty.
Oh, evil eye.
Oh, ladies, no, come back! Something! Oh, this is tragic. Oh, Sir Ramsay, I am so sorry. This is tragic.
Why have you not instructed girls in English custom spyglass?
Oh, my eye focus is actually frightened there.
I am sorry, sir. My ladies have not given good impression.
On the contrary, Your Majesty. Mrs. Anna, it is good to see you again.
Oh, tomorrow you must meet my younger pupils, His Majesty's children. They are doing wonderful in their studies.
I shall be delighted.
Your Majesty, dinner is served in the reception room.
Dinner, dinner, dinner!
Suppose we can be going in, Anna.
Yes, but to be going in on a...
Oh, Your Majesty has made a wonderful discovery about Moses.
Princess Tupton, the king and his English guests are on way to the pavilion. Should we not leave them to begin the play?
I cannot just memorize my lines.
I think not, princess. I have seen you and emissary from Burma together. I do not tell king, but this man Wutong leaves Siam tonight.
Tonight?
Now, go prepare for your play, princess.
Hudson.
They say you are leaving Siam tonight, but I do not believe them.
It is true. They had me leaving for the first ship to Burma, and it is tonight.
What will we do?
You are coming with me.
I?
Everything is arranged. Meet me here after your play.
Tupton,
We are leaving, Mrs. Anna.
Leaving? How?
Do not ask. It is better if you do not know.
We will never forget you, Mrs. Anna. Never. Oh, God bless you both.
Your Majesty, an honorable guest, I wish to present to you the small house of Uncle Thomas.
Small house of Uncle Thomas, small house of Uncle Thomas, written by a woman, Harriet Beecher Stowe.
House is in Kingdom of Kentucky, ruled by the wickedest in America, King Simon of Legree. Your Majesty, I wish to put before you loving friends.
Uncle Thomas, dear old Uncle Thomas, little Eva, blessed little Eva, little Topsy, mischief maker Topsy, happy people, very happy people.
Your Majesty, I regret to put before you someone who's not happy, the slave Eliza.
Poor Eliza, poor unfortunate slave.
Eliza's lord and master is King Simon of Legree. She hates her master and fears him. King Simon has sold her beloved to faraway province of Ohio. Beloved's name is George.
George,
Baby in her arms, also called George.
George,
She decides to run away and find her beloved George.
George.
And so she bid goodbye to her friends and make on her escape. Your Majesty, I regret to put before you King Simon of Legree. Simon, clever man. He decided to hunt Eliza, not only with soldiers, but with scientific dogs, who sniff and smell, and thereby discover all who run from king.
Run, Eliza, run. Run, Eliza, run. Run from Simon, run. Run, Eliza. Run, run. Run from Simon. Run, run. Poor Eliza. Run from Simon. Run, Eliza. Run from Simon. Run, Eliza. Run from Simon.
token of his love, Buddha sent down a new miracle. Send from heaven blossoms and stars that look like lace upon the skies. And so it lies across the river, hidden by this veil of lace. Forgot to tell you name of miracle. Snow! All of a sudden she can see wicked Simon of the Grease sliding across the river fast with his blood out and his slaves. What has happened to the river? Buddha has caught up the sun! Buddha has called out the sun! Sun has made the water stop! Wicked Simon and his slaves fall in water and are drowned! Across the river is pretty city Canada, where Eliza sees small house. Guess who lived there? Uncle Thomas, dear old Uncle Thomas, little Eva, blessed little Eva, little Topsy, mischief maker Topsy, beloved George, her beloved George, who is looking like angel to Eliza. They have all escaped wicked Simon and make happy reunion. Topsy glad Simon died. Topsy danced for joy. I tell you what Harry and Peter Stowe say that Topsy said. I specs as the wickedest critter in the world. But I do not think that Topsy is wicked critter, for I too am glad for death of king. Of any king who pursues a slave who is unhappy and wishes to be with her beloved. And your majesty, I wish to say to you, your majesty, an honorable guest, I will tell you ending of story. Is very sad ending. With blessings of Buddha also comes sacrifice. Buddha wants Eva to thank him personally for the saving of Eliza and me. And so she died and go to the arms
I must say, Your Majesty, the evening has been a success. I enjoyed Princess Kim's play immensely. This play did not succeed with me. It is a moral for king to drown the pursuing slave. A moral. Tuptum shall know my displeasure.
Yes, your conversation at dinner was most amusing.
I was forced to laugh myself. I was so funny.
Even so, I am certain that Queen Victoria will be overjoyed with our agreement regarding Siam.
And very happy I am thereof. Very happy.
I think, with your permission, I'll be taking my leave. Miss Father, dear, it was lovely to see you here.
Goodbye, Edward.
Mrs. Anna, you have been great help to me in this endeavor. I wish to make gift. Here I shall hope you accept. Put it on, Bingo, put it on.
Oh, Your Majesty, I do not know what to say.
When one does not know what to say, it is time to be silent.
Your Majesty!
Well.
Your Highness, Tuptum is missing from the palace.
Missing from palace. You will please stay upon items we have further reports on Tuptum.
Yes, Your Majesty.
Your Majesty, if Tuptum is caught, shall she be punished?
Naturally. What would you do if you were king like me?
I believe I would give her a chance to explain. I wouldn't be too harsh on her.
Mrs. Anna, tonight you danced in arms of man, not your husband.
Sir Ramsay? Oh, Your Majesty, it is quite normal for a male to dance with a good friend. We're brought up with it, of course. It's exciting when you're young. When you're sitting on a small gilt chair, your eyes lowered, terrified you'll be a wallflower. And then you see 2 black shoes, a white waistcoat, a face that speaks. We've just been introduced. I do not know you well, but when the music started, something drew me to your side. So many girls are in each other's arms. It made me think we might be similarly occupied. Shall we dance on a bright cloud? Music, shall we fly? Shall we dance? Shall we still say goodnight and mean goodbye? Or perchance, when the last little star has left the sky, shall we still be together with our arms around each other? And shall you be my new romance? On the clear understanding that this kind of thing can happen. Shall we dance? Shall we dance? Shall we dance?
You show me. You teach.
Oh, it is very simple. The polka. See, it goes 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3, and 1. Shall we dance?
1, 2, 3, and
On a bright cloud of music, shall we fly?
1, 2, 3, and
Shall we dance?
1, 2, 3, and
Shall we still mean goodnight and mean goodbye?
1, 2, 3, and or perchance, when the last little star has leave the sky,
Shall we still be together with our arms around each other? And shall you be my new romance? One clear understanding that this kind of thing can happen. Shall we dance? Shall we dance? Shall we dance? Well, splendid, Your Majesty.
Splendid, yes, but this is not how you and British diplomats were dancing tonight.
Yes, it was.
No, we're not holding hands like this.
Oh. No.
Was like this, no?
Yes.
Come.
Who's tucked in?
Where is she?
Secret police are questioning her.
Now that Tupton has been caught, what shall you do with her?
When it happens, you will know.
Mrs. Arnold! Mrs. Arnold! Please! Please do not let this be!
She was found on Chinese sailing ship. It is believed she was running away with men who bring her here from Burma.
Dishonor, dishonor, dishonor! Where is this man?
I do not know!
We will soon have the truth of this man. Wait!
Mrs. Arnold!
Don't you hear me? Stop it!
Mrs. Anna, it would be better for you to understand that this matter does not concern you.
You are a barbarian.
Barbarian, you say? There is no barbarian worse than we king. And I am strong, king. You, he is strong.
I do not understand you. Or your king.
You
I
have
will never
destroyed
understand
him.
him.
You have destroyed King!
The next boat that comes into port of Bangkok, no matter where it goes, I shall be on it. Give this back to His Majesty.
I wish you had never come to Siam!
So do I. So do I.
Mother, why hasn't Father left his bed in many months?
For many months now, he does not seem to want to live.
To the Longhorn. Oh, Lady Tion, when I said you ought to come see that. Say goodbye. I've just come to see that my boxes go from the ship.
Mrs. Anna, I have not come only to say goodbye. When the king heard that you were sailing today, he started writing this letter. He commanded I give it to you.
Could you read it to all of us? I would like to know what my father has said.
While I am lying here, I think perhaps I die. This heart in which you say I do not have is a matter of concern. It has occurred to me that there shall be nothing wrong that man shall die. But all that has mattered is that man has tried his utmost best. But I do not wish to die without saying this gratitude. Etc., etc., etc. I must go to him. Come, Louisa.
Many months. Many months, Mrs. Anna, I do not see you. And now I die.
Oh no, Your Majesty.
This is not scientific, Mrs. Anna. I know if I die or do not die. You are leaving Siam? When?
Very soon, Your Majesty. In fact, I only have a few minutes more.
I too am leaving, but I'm not leaving on a boat with my own feet, of my own free will. Why do you stand over my head? Here is something belonging to me. Put it on, put it on. Please wear it always.
Good evening, Father.
Mrs.
Have you come to see your father or Mrs. Anna?
It is all right, Lady Tiong, it is suitable. Was it not said to me that someone had written a farewell letter to Mrs. Anna?
Princess Yingyang has composed the letter.
Speak letter now. Say it. Say it. Say it.
Dear friends and teacher, my goodness gracious, do not go away. We are in great need of you. We are like one blind. Do not let us fall down in darkness. Continue good and sans concern for us, and lead us in right road. Loving people, Princess Yang Yawa.
Please don't go! Please don't go!
Please!
Mother, it's the boat. It's time.
Louisa, please go down to Captain Olson and tell him to take all our boxes off and put them back in our house.
This is disorganized behavior for bedroom of dying king. To the Longhorn, rise. Suppose you were king. Is there anything you would do? Well?
I make proclamation.
Yes.
For my first proclamation, I want boat races.
Boat race?
Yes, I like boat races. My second command, regarding custom of bowing to lonely king in fashion of old toad, I do not think this is a good thing. It caused fatigue of one body, degrading of one's soul, etc., etc., etc. This is bad thing, I believe. Are you angry with me, Father?
Why do you ask question? If you are king, you are king. You do not ask question of a sick man. This proclamation against bowing is to be your fault.
Oh, I hope so, Your Majesty. I do hope so.
Up. Rise up.
Up. It has been said that there shall be no bowing for showing respect of king. It has been said by one who has been trained in royal government.
No more bowing to king. No more crouching, no more crawling. But that does not mean, however, you do not show respect to the king. You will have your shoulders back, chest out, and head high, like this. You shall bow to me, the gentleman, but bend waist only, like this. The ladies shall dip, as in Europe.